Hey everybody, it's Paula Jedi, and I'm back with another crazy episode of Outta Time, your source for time travel galore. A few weeks ago, I had a guest on the show who claimed to be a time traveler, and he said he may or may not be John Titor. Well, he now wants to be called John Titus, John Titus Time Traveler. Again, let me reiterate that this is for entertainment. It's up to you to decide if this man is really a time traveler or not. I'm not going to make that decision for you, so I don't want any hate mail saying Paula's a fraud, blah, 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 blah. I am just the messenger. But my friend, John Titus, does seem to make really good predictions. So I have some questions for him, and feel free to put more questions in comments for future shows. If you really enjoy this sort of thing, I'll make many more of these. So go ahead, go in comments and ask some questions to John Titus. Please don't ask for lottery numbers and things like that. Let's do something more interesting, like the fate of mankind or political things. But I'll give you some examples because right now I'm going to interview John Titus, time traveler, and let's get started. John, what year are you from?
I'm from around 2063.
Are you claiming to be a time traveler, or just a really good predictor of events?
I'm less of a prophet and more of a time traveler. I'm not who you think I am though. The words do not exist yet to describe what I am.
Is there going to be a robotics age? And how soon will that happen?
The robotics age started with industrial robots, Segway, Google Tango, Google Labyrinth RPA, Dell Reports, Google Handle Robot. The Terminator of jobs is already here. 3D printing will continue to drive down the costs this year.
Who's going to take over Microsoft after Bill Gates dies?
Microsoft is already being propped up by the United States government. We only use Android and Linux for all computers in 2063. And it is a computer AI improved Linux language. It's a shorthand version of JavaScript Python called Script.
Could you tell us a little bit about future elections and politics?
Regarding politics in 2030s, the US has 5 main island states, each with a governor. It is a federation. The world government is the same. 5 main nations: Russia, Canada, the US, China, and New Zealand. Most people in the world live in one of these nations.
When do governments finally disclose extraterrestrials?
Aliens are not disclosed, but everyone believes.
If there was one thing you had to tell us about the future of the United States, what would it be?
I come from a place where medicine was not available to me. A place of war and famine. It has all changed since Hillary was not elected. I can only guess about our future now. I will only be accurate about natural disasters now.
I hope you enjoyed that little interview. Again, feel free to put some more questions for him at the bottom in comments, and like and subscribe while you're here because you know that would make me very happy. And next I want to talk about what's going on in Europe. Mysterious radioactive spikes are showing up all over Europe, and nobody really knows why. It happens to be Iodine 131. And this is man-made, so it's not natural. It's not like the Earth is spewing out this radiation. The radiation isn't coming from the sun or space. And it's found in small amounts across Europe, all the way up to northern Norway. And they started finding this stuff in January of this year, 2017. So what exactly is going on? So far, people like to blame Russia for everything. Some people are claiming that Russia has run secret nuclear tests and that it has spread throughout Europe. My concern is this going to cause any health problems with Europeans, and will it spread further across the globe? Another theory is that the leak is coming from a pharmaceutical company because it seems to be isolated in just Europe, and they do use that iodine, Iodine 131 to treat cancer. I don't really believe that, because if it was a pharmaceutical company, they would have found that radiation a long time ago. And I wonder if there are regulations about that kind of thing in Europe. I'm not so sure people would be able to just spew out radiation from their factories. It doesn't seem very safe to me, but again, I don't know anything about European laws, so if you want to go look that up for me. But it's very mysterious, and what I find interesting is that governments are keeping very quiet about it. All I'm seeing are a few little articles here and there. Of course, nothing on mainstream media because, they often don't tell the truth anyway. So tell me your thoughts. Why don't you leave me a comment and tell me what you think it is? Maybe it's radiation left over from a UFO or a big fleet of UFOs. Maybe they landed in Europe and that's what's left behind. Or perhaps it was a nuclear power plant leak that's being covered up. There are so many possibilities. But nuclear radiation isn't really my expertise, so perhaps somebody a little bit more knowledgeable about the topic would like to chime in here and leave me a comment. Until then, I'm sorry folks, but we are out of time. Please like and subscribe, and again, comments are important. I want to know what you want to hear on the show. Ask more questions for John Titus, Time Traveler. Let me know the kind of topics you want to hear. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Bye-bye.